without further ado, I've got some questions that I wanted to ask Colton here. And some of these questions we've already addressed actually throughout the show. But I actually really liked, I'm going to ask him again, he had some tips to avoid wire fraud. And if you're just tuning in, we talked about how wire fraud is now $1 billion industry problem. Yeah.
$1 billion problem.
$1 billion problem. And so if you're just tuning in, I'm actually going to ask Colton this question, even though he talked about it a little bit earlier. Colton, if you could share with the listeners again, and the new listeners that are just tuning in, what are some tips to avoid wire fraud happening to them?
Yeah, so some great tips to avoid wire fraud, which wire fraud is somebody sending you fraudulent email to try to get you to wire something to, or wire your funds to somewhere else other than where they're supposed to go. So some great tips to avoid that. Of course, always the number one that I would always recommend to everybody is go into your title company directly.
Okay.
And get those wire instructions.
Perfect.
Don't wait for an email. Don't call and get those because phone numbers can change. People can block phone numbers. We've had a case like that where someone actually blocked a phone number.
Oh, wow.
We couldn't reach the person that we were trying to send the wire to.
Amazing.
So they just blocked our number from coming into that phone.
Wow.
So we've had cases like that. So get the wire instructions directly from your title company. Go in there, get those wire instructions. If you can't make it into the title company, which I understand that some people, they can't make it in, I would recommend getting a trusted phone number from your real estate agent or your loan officer, whoever it is that is facilitating that closing for you and directed you to that title company. Get that recommended phone number from them.
Okay.
Have them send you the wire instructions, and then the second that you get those wire instructions, print those out.
Okay. And
then call that trusted number and just verify those instructions. So that way there's no confusion. Those instructions can't change.
Yep.
And in the state of Utah, I know that all the title companies here, the second that you get wire instructions, the odds of those instructions ever changing are very, very, very slim.
Got it.
I don't think it will ever happen.
Got it.
But in the rare chance it does, because it can happen. Of course, anything can happen, right?
Right.
I would just recommend that you get those because they will not change.
Perfect. I love that. And it's 30 minutes to drive over to your title company, and get it from them in person.
Yeah, from them
at the most, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, most places have multiple different shops that you can go to.
Yeah.
They have one closer to your city than where your escrow officer is located.
Right.
You can only stop into those, and they're more than happy to help you.
Exactly. That's probably 30 minutes round trip.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Worth the $180,000 loss, I'm sure, to the person that we told in the nightmare story earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, wiring $180,000 to someone.
But one thing I did want to say.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people always have questions when they get to the closing.
Mm-hmm.
Do not hesitate to ask them.
Oh, great.
Between your real estate agent, your loan officer, and your title or your escrow officer, they're going to be able to answer any question that you might have as far as your real estate purchase goes. Don't leave with questions. Ask your questions while you're there.
Okay.
That way you feel more comfortable about the transaction that you just had, and it creates a better experience for everyone because you don't have to come back with those questions later.
Right.
And make it feel like we didn't explain something just because we get going.
Yep.
Sometimes we forget to explain something a certain way. If you have questions, please ask.
Perfect. I love that.